from Jerome and Jane on this one. What would you want people to think of when they think of your legal field being performed well? In other words, what do you believe God desires when justice and the systems are working well? What should that practice look like?
Yes, so I am an immigration attorney, so I'm dealing with a lot of foreign people looking to come to America and fulfill their dreams, get their children a good education, and all that. And I think, so, it's easy for an immigration attorney to think that what I'm selling is just an approval notice, right, so that they can do these things. But I think what I'm hoping to bring through my practice is that I'm trying to bring hope. And really, what that does to you when you actually think of it as this higher purpose of bringing hope to them, you approach them with more of a holistic perspective. So it's so easy for an attorney to just go straight to sort of the easiest route that makes the most money for them. It does get them that approval, but maybe that doesn't really fit their life or their situation, the best interest for their children. So I have to think of, okay, what is going to really bring about the flourishing of this family? And so now you have to be a little more creative. You have to think, maybe you go the little harder route that doesn't make as much money for yourself, but you know that this is ultimately for the best of that family. And so, and I think that it's not just for my clients. I also am trying to bring that perspective to my staff as well. And I think, it's all about their well-being as well. So I don't want them to feel like they're just something that's producing something for me, but that I care about them as a person, and I'm trying to bring about the best in them, and that gives them hope for their future and stuff like that. So I think that definitely, with that, being honest, being vulnerable, covering them, helping them to get through hard times in their personal life, all of that comes together, and what it does is it brings about the best services to my clients. So that trickle-down effect of my loving my staff in a way that they're healthy, and then they can love the clients in a way that brings about their health, because I can't be with the client continually from start to finish, and so I literally have to get this to trickle down to the point where then all our clients are being blessed through love and hope and peace and the atmosphere. And so, I've had clients actually say, like, I can't believe I'll say that I love coming to a law office, but I do. I love coming here. I feel something when I walk in. And so, I think that for me is, for what I'm trying to bring.
That's great. That's great. I think I would add on that too, on the transactional side. So we're helping clients, build their businesses and either eventually sell them or pass them on to the next generation. And so it's ultimately a creative endeavor, and the clients who are doing this the best are finding a way to serve their customers and really love them, whether or not they explicitly know it or not. Not all of our clients are believers necessarily, but you just get the sense that the successful ones have found a way to serve their clients. I'll tell a quick story. We had a client who came to us, was selling company, worked at this for 20 to 30 years, and it's part of the sales process. There's just a way that money gets escrowed and the way things are apportioned. And her current counsel was arguing with her over a provision in the agreement. And the way she explained it to me, she said, I'm paying my attorney to argue with me. She said, I just want somebody who's going to help me facilitate the deal. So I looked at the provision. I said, this isn't unreasonable. I think this other company, I've seen other transactions. This company looks like a good actor. Based on what I'm seeing, I think this is reasonable. I mean, there's other things we need to look at too. But I think that kind of set the client at ease, saying, hey, I'm here to help you perceive reality. If you look like Jesus, he had this way of seeing what reality was that was very deep. And so I think as attorneys, we're helping our clients see reality. And some of that's going to be good, and some of it may not be favorable, but we have, I think, a depth of insight into the legal kind of landscape, regulatory, business landscape, and when we can share that, we can help them become more wise. And Jesus talks about being wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So I think we help clients lose their naivete in a sense. I mean, a lot of clients come with their own conceptions and their own desires, and those needs kind of drive them versus what the reality is. And so I think, well, obviously want them to be wise and innocent in the sense of being good dealers, but also help them see that there really are some things they need to think through. And so I think when I'm able to do that, I think there's a sense of the client just says, okay, you're for me, and I get to make the decisions. You're just helping me, counseling me, helping me see things as they are. And I think that's when I think on the transactional side, we're at our best. We're empowering them to make decisions, to be creative, to do what God's called them to do. And it's extremely rewarding to see light bulbs go off in their eyes, and you're teaching them, you're serving them. And I think that's something that as lawyers, we're counselors first and foremost. I think it's an honor, a privilege to be able to do it.